The slide issue that we've had, it's manifested itself in one more way, where it's sticking out about that much, 3 inches while we're going down the road on the bottom, but it's pinned in the top. So it's not going anywhere, but it needs to be fixed.
So we are about ready to take off, and we are going to be heading to a Harvest Toast next, one we've stayed at before. It's very easy in, easy out in Fort Pierce. And then the next stop after that will be Winter Garden, getting some Prevost service done on our slides.
Right here, that little yellow.
Off we go. Zach is going to be steering me in to get the car hooked up to the bus. He is steering me in. Park. Gotcha. So this shows you Zach setting up, getting the car hooked up to the bus. So just north of Mahia Hondo is the Encore property, and there are a lot of rigs in there. They're definitely packed in there. It's very well attended, and from what I've heard, you definitely need a reservation way far out ahead.
So guys, the nice feature about the RV Garmin is it will tell us road conditions and things that might have affected us. So I got a beep just a moment ago, and it puts up a little yellow-orange bar, and it's telling me that in 0.9 miles at that time, the road narrows ahead. Now that could mean some of the shoulder is getting smaller or narrowing away. Could mean the lanes are actually more narrow, or more than likely, it means that there's been some construction and they have narrow lanes coming up. So we'll see here in just a second. It's coming up at about 0.2 miles.
So Zach talked to the lady at check-in. She came out to the car, and she is leading us into behind the gate where we can pull into a spot. So Zach, what are you doing now?
Getting surge protector put in.
Okay.
Making sure everything's good. I mean, with Preo, you would expect good electricity, but you know, better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
Also, something happens, I am in and we are good to go.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. So we are back at Preo, and there's our bus. We have a gate code, so that's lovely. And we are going to be getting things out of the car. We're going to be hooking up the car to the bus. And the new deal is we're going to be heading to Marathon, because Marathon is going to have to take the shelving, whatever the innards, out of the slide in order to Prevo to work on the slide. Well, today we are here on a Sunday, and these are the spots where Prevo has for full hookups. And they do have 3 open spots today. So some of the folks that were in here getting repaired got finished, and those are folks who've camped here throughout the weekend. The rest of the coaches that were over here at the bays have been released as well. So things are happening here at Prevo.
Well, you know, we've had this ongoing slide issue, so I think they're going to be able to resolve it here. We're just going to have to get Marathon out to remove some cabinets. They're going to have to take that slide completely out, set it on a workbench to get worked on. Also, while we're here, we're getting some air issues, little things that need to get taken care of, done. So, you know, it's just, you want to stay on top of things, and we're here at Prevo in Winter Garden, and they say it's a great facility to work on these converted buses at, so we're taking advantage of that.
So this gives you an idea what the inside of this bay area looks like as we go out the door, but they're all lined up, getting fixed. Well, there's our coach, all opened up, and they're checking out for air leaks and such. So they are working on it and checking out the system. So lots of cool equipment in here, that's for sure.
Okay, the way they lift the bus here is they've got 4 of these independent units like this. It comes out, slides right underneath the wheel, then this red thing comes in on each side at the proper distance and lifts the wheel. They do that in unison at the same time on all 4 lifts, all the way around the bus, and so it goes up at the same time.
Okay, so this is my favorite part. I like the double ones. That's super cool. See it? We got twin lifts here. Love it.
I mean, the amount of parts they keep at these places is crazy. Just row after row of parts.
So we're here at Prevo. We're walking from all the supply department down the hall. They have some really cool pictures of all their different facilities, and we're heading into the lobby area. So we'll be showing you more. And then of course the Prevo 100 years, have to celebrate that. Customer lounge. Oh, it's lovely. Has workstations, if you want to do that. It has a television. And then all of the beverages, the food, coffees, refrigerator, restroom, waters, Cokes. Oh, popsicles for the kids. That's sweet. Hot chocolates, coffees, Doritos. Yeah, I think I like Cheetos better. I'm not sure. Which one do you like?
Well, they've got a real comfortable lounge for us to sit and wait while some work's being done. Happy that we're here at Prevo to get it done. You know, I kind of want the guys that really know what they're doing to take care of these few little issues we've got and get us back on the road promptly, and we'll be happy campers.
And we found out we can get our windshield wipers done here too. We needed that.
Okay, here's what's going to happen when you have a catastrophic failure on your tires.
That is scary. Man, that blew.
Now you know why you need to retire those old tires and put on some new ones.
Well, there's the bus, and there's the bays, and the techs are out there, and they're working on it. They want to lift it up so they can check several things, including how the air is operating within the bus for ride height. So that's what we're working on right now, and we're going to deal with that before we bring it over to Marathon to then move the slides. The cabinets are in the way of the slides, and then bring it back here again to fix the slide. So that's kind of where we're at in the process right now, and we'll keep you posted. We are leaving Prevo, and Zach, tell us about it.
Well, we've got ride height is in good shape now, just a little valve, simple thing. So we're leaving Prevo, we're headed to San Antonio, Florida, unlike San Antonio, Texas, where my wife was born and raised. We're going to head to San Antonio, Florida for Marathon, and they will do some disassemble on our slide so that the Prevo people can get to it and work on it.
And then we come back to Prevo for them to do the final slide work. And I guess we go back to Marathon for them to reassemble it all. This is crazy, but we love Florida. It's a good thing we love Florida. So we're heading down the road, much larger highways now. This is a much more comfortable type of highway situation with the 3 lanes.
Oh, when you have a road like this, anybody can go anywhere. This is a beautiful road, good shape, and we're just cutting right across from Florida. We started out kind of in the middle, Orlando, headed over to San Antonio, Florida, and it is a nice ride, nice time of day. Traffic's moderate to light. It's good.
Yeah, so we'll show you all the roads so y'all can see this nice, beautiful highways out here.
Now, one other thing too, I noticed, we had some ride height work done, and we're riding a little bit higher, and oddly enough, it seems like it's a little firmer in the driving and a little better control. So maybe before, when we were a little lower, the bags were softer and gave a little bit more movement. Maybe they're more firm now. I'm just guessing, guys. I don't know the answer to that, but it is better. I know that.
Super cool. So we feel very comfortable having Prevo doing the service, and that was, we know we were in good hands there at the Winter Garden location, and everything went well, and they're very speedy to get us back on the road. So we very much appreciate those guys there. Shout out to Prevo Winter Garden. Thanks, guys. And there is the back of Marathon in San Antonio, Florida. Boy, they've got some beautiful coaches out here.
Well, I know where to go. We're going to pull up in front of one of the first 3 bays on the other side, pull in forward. Met a guy by the name of Ron. He is the oldest employee at Marathon here in Florida. And guess who the only person was left in the building? The guy that's been here the longest. He's still working when everybody else has gone home. So you got to love that.
That is a loyal employee.
He is. And he loves marathons.
Awesome.
And so do I.
Arriving at 11623 Corporate Lake Boulevard on the right.
All right, the guys are hard at work. We're getting our electrical light solved, a little reprogramming of one of the nodes, and then the interior is coming out. As soon as that's done, then we'll jump back in the bus, drive about 2 hours back over to Prevo and Winter Garden, have them work on the slide. Then once that's done, we'll jump back on the bus, drive back 2 hours over here to San Antonio, Florida, get the interior put back in, and hey, we're done. Easy, right?
Yeah. So what's up, Zach?
Hey, we have accent lights and we've got china cabinet lights. How about that?
Yay, super excited.
Yep.
Take this whole header out the window. So
Out the
that's
window.
like-
Oh, wow.
Out the window. Oh, I love it. Okay. Very cool. Thank you. We're getting out of your way. It is something you deal with every day, but I don't ever get to see this. I had no idea what was in that panel. How cool is that?
So that is a blown fuse.
Oh, aren't you handy? You figured that out straight off the bat.
Oh, it's got the red light on it.
Oh, the red light. Blown fuse. Now here is where the overnighters park, and they have hookups. So, wow, that's really nice. There in the trees, it's a shaded area that you can see several people have taken advantage of that. And then you can park your car over here. So right here, out here from the workshop is a restroom for us visitors and a washer and dryer. So this gives you an idea of the hookup area for the rigs at Marathon in San Antonio. So when you come into the Marathon offices, it's very nice. Nice sitting area, very relaxing. Well, here we are at Marathon, and Zach is just busy video editing. But what a lovely work environment with all of these very motivational, gorgeous Marathon coaches' photographs wrapped around him. So
They gave me a whole desk, whole office to work in. It's great. Great light, great space. I mean, they do it right here at Marathon.
I think you got the executive suite, babe.
I think I did.
Where would Winston the RV dog be if he was at Marathon? Caught you chillaxing, little buddy. We are about done with Marathon right now with moving all of the important stuff that needs to be moved so that Prevo can work on the slides. So I'll show you what's been done. It gives you an idea of everything that had to be removed and what this looks like when they move all of that out of there. And the walls and they had to take out a lot So you can also see the ceiling has been pulled back. Those panels on the walls have been pulled back as well. And then this has been disassembled. There was a whole kind of end table cabinet that was in this area. Updates?
It's just a lovely looking front of the coach, isn't it? You know, but like Linda said, the boost's been removed, the header's been taken off, framings around the mirrors, the end caps on both ends, and this will give them access to all of the rods, gears, and tracks that they need to get to. From what we understand, they're going to actually take this slide, run it all the way out, set it on a table to do the work. So, yeah, we had to get rid of everything that was in the way.
We are leaving Marathon, and Zach, what do you think?
In the words of Willie Nelson and the gang, on the road again.
There you
So,
go.
headed back and forth. It's just we're playing hopscotch between Marathon and Prevo. It's about a 2-hour jaunt between the two, so hey, we'll get it done.
We'll keep you updated what Prevo's going to do to fix the slide. That's what's next, so stay tuned.
Okay, we're back over at Prevo in Winter Garden, Florida, and they're going to get right on to us this morning. They said, hey, we can start on you at 7 a.m. Everything's been removed, and so the plan is for this slide to go all the way out, sit it on the work table, and get it readjusted.
Well, now they have the slide pulled out and it is on supports, and they are checking things out as they continue working on it here in the shop. Slide is out as they continue working on it. You can see it from the inside, and that gives you an update. Winston is checking it out, making sure he approves of the process. So we'll show you around the shop and show you how the slide looks now, and from this perspective that we are nice and flat, and that slide looks great. So come on, Winston, let's go. Heading back. I think I'm gonna go take Winston for a walk now. Well, there's more updates. We think we're gonna have to have some more work done to make it flow smoothly, and so there'll be another day spent here getting this done. So we are back at Prevo again, and the coach is ready waiting for us, and they have a few others that are parked out here. Again, like all of these people, they keep this Prevo area with lots of buses waiting to be worked on.
So here's the plan. We're going to go in, check out the slides, make sure everything's working right. We'll pack up, hit the road, head over to Marathon now because we've got to get the interior reinstalled. And once that's done, we're done.
Made it out of Prevo, and the bus was ready to go. We checked everything, unloaded the car, and we are now heading to San Antonio, Florida to Marathon for them to put the bus back together.
Okay, we got in late last night here to Marathon in San Antonio, Florida, and we pulled in and they were on it at 7:30 this morning, starting to put everything back together. But I thought you might find this interesting. I want to show you the inside of our coach, and it's not inside the coach anymore. It's in this room they have here, and everything here that you see, starting from here all the way down to about here. That's the inside of our coach. Oh, no. Actually, it's all this. That's right. That's the bunk. So this entire row, that's the inside of our coach right there, guys. Now you wonder where they're going to get all of that back in the coach again? Well, here's where it goes. So dinette wall, bunks, the pillars, that's the only one that stayed right there. And I believe they're going to start first putting this wall back in. He had also raised the sofa temporarily with a 2x2, so when they're working on the slides, there'd be no issues or problems. And you know, it's just a lot. I even went last night. We stayed in the coach because there's places to sit. So I went up here to my little panel to put the TV down. Guys, there's no panel.
So they have made a lot of progress and have this end unit back on, so that's nice. And getting things put back together to kind of give you an idea of the stages that we are in. This is still hadn't been addressed yet. That's going to be a later thing. It'll probably take us most of the day to get all of this done, but gives you an idea. And happy we're making progress. Yay! Well, we are checking out the display cabinet here, and they have got all of the top people who've had coaches here, and you see Napa, you see the Cowboys, you see the Petty Group, you see Ford. Lots of very famous people have been here at Marathon. I have been telling Zach that I would love one of these fireplaces. I get cold when it's a cold months and what have you, but here you can add a fireplace to your coach, or I think this is super cool too. You can do the under lighting of your bus. You see that sometimes, or you can even add a video game system. Lots of toys. Some supplies here, or also, Zach, this is the DI water thing you can get.
Yeah, that's what I want next, is that DI water.
That's cool. And if you need to replace any of your glasses,
Yeah.
you can get them here at the store, the little boutique they have here. That's
It
pretty
is
cool.
nice to know about the replacement glasses. Ours have a
Yeah.
little gold rim, so you can't get those, I don't think, anymore. But if you need
That's
to
nice
replace
that-
them,
yeah,
you can.
it's etched with Marathon on it. That's
Yeah.
nice. I like that. Well, you can really see it coming along. We have that more installed, and the back of the dinette is in. We have our control panel back. That's nice. And that cap is back on as well. So making all kinds of progress in here. Well, he got really close at finishing up on the slide, so I will show you around. Definitely this whole area got put back in, so we have this control panel that we can be able to turn on the television. They still have some work to be done in here, and the toppers still have to be put back on as well. But you can see that the sofa, or the dinette, has been put back together so we can eat a meal. But it just looks like some trim work here needs to be finished up, and then down here as well, that needs to be done. But this has also been added back on, so that's lovely. We are really making progress. And then this is still up here. That needs to be flipped down once all that's finished up. So we're making progress. Very happy. We're going to be all put back together before you know it. Well, it's another morning here at Marathon, a little bit overcast, but we're hoping this is our last day here.
All right, this morning we're getting a little compressor changed out that runs the house side air, primarily the doors. And it is right here in this bay. Traditionally, sometimes it is in the bay where the generator is, but in this case, it's a little piston Thomas air compressor that runs that, and so it's a easy place to get into. All right, so we're working on a few more things before we head out. The new compressor that we put in for the house side air has got a little leak around the top of it. It's mounted right here, came in from the factory with a little head gasket leak, but you know, we're out in the middle of Florida, and that was the only one around, so they're going to put a check valve on the end of it, so as it builds pressure through that valve, it will not let pressure back, so we'll be fine. Very, very minor leak. Then over here on the generator, this turbo hose that comes out has got a little soft spot. So we're going to do a little preventive maintenance, replace that hose so that that doesn't blow, because it's going to at some point. So just trying to keep a few things ahead of a few things, and so that we have smooth sailing or smooth driving as we go. So also on the air, on the house side system, there's a valve right here, that little yellow handle that turns down, lets the air flow between the two systems. That is supposed to be off so that it stays isolated. So we have it in the off position now. And then down here you can see this new brass fittings and the little clear filter head down at the bottom. That had an air leak in it, so we've replaced that. We've got new fittings on it, new housing, new filter, and that's where we were losing the air. So it was a combination of losing the air, probably overworked the house side air compressor and contributed to that going out, that an age. And so now we're getting that part of the systems all taken care of as well.
Yay! It looks like everything is put into place. I am so excited. Cabinets back, the end cap, the top, all the middle portions. Yay! This is super exciting. I am loving it. Everything's back together.
Okay guys, we are leaving Marathon in San Antonio, Florida. We got everything done. Slides are fixed. Of course, that was at Prevo. Interior's been put back in. I'm amazed at the job those guys do. Big shout out for Tim. He redid our interior and put everything back in just beautifully. And
Tim has like 19, 20 years experience.
23, 27, something like that. He's been in doing interiors here at Marathon. And then Jamie, the service coordinator, man, I can't say more about that guy. He's fantastic. But everything's done. We worked on an air pump and replaced a couple little fittings, just some preventative stuff while we were here. Really happy with the quality of work and the knowledge of those guys. So slides are done. Air is done. We're gonna hit the road. You know where we're going next? Where are we going, hun?
We're going to Disney!
Yeah, we are.
We're going to be checking out the RV park, Fort Wilderness, and it's our first time to do Fort Wilderness, so come along with us guys. We will show you around and how does it work putting in a 45-footer with a toad in Fort Wilderness.